We are back with the 90-Day Fiancé Single Life Tell-All Part 2.
You were like, okay, I'm a piece of meat and I'm desirable.
Well, you should not watch them. Wear your damn granny panties.
Last week, we left off our tell-all set was stuck in 1952 with Miss Debbie holding us hostage. But thank God Mama Karen showed up on set dressed like an Oscar award to drive our ship back to 2024.
Hi,
Oh, there's my
Karen.
beautiful mother.
Hi.
Oh, yes, baby. Give me a hug, Mama.
Hi. Hey, girl, hey.
So Mama Karen comes out and she's like, excuse me, Ms. Debbie, my daughter can wear whatever the F she wants in her divorce trip to Greece. It does not determine her intellect or self-worth by her wardrobe. And then Miss Debbie, in her last-ditch attempt to hold us hostage in 1952, pulls out the mother-to-mother card.
We're both mothers. We want to protect our daughters from further hurt. You know, it's like, my daughter is more than a sex object.
I'm a mom. You're a mom. Chantel's gonna be a mom. What will the children say? They will say, thank you, Mom, for divorcing Pedro and finding our father and creating us. The tell-all set lands back in 2024, and then the producers try one last time to see if they can hold us in purgatory by playing Chantel and Gannis's most awkward kissing scenes for the entire cast and Chantel's mom to watch.
Sorry, guys.
So then we recount everything on Chantel's list for the perfect specimen man to be her husband. We skip right down that list to well endowed. Was Gannis well endowed? And apparently Chantel got a handful of the sea cucumber when they were in the ocean in Greece, and she ain't complaining. Then Miss Debbie tries to hijack our tell-all set once again, saying this is the wrong thing to look for in a man.
Yeah, it's all about harvesting the cucumber and the eggplant. Intellectual capacity and the ability to trust, honor, and respect.
Then Chantel tells Miss Debbie why she is craving a big old sea cucumber. Dun 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 dun! It is something she never had.
Above the
I
belt.
want what I've never had.
Oh my God.
What, Pedro? I'm sure Pedro was, you know, a...
Pinky winky.
Shots have been fired at Pedro's tiny pee-pee. Now, Tim, this may come as no surprise, seems to have major issues with the size of his pee-pee because he is coming in hot to defend Pedro.
Hey, it's not fair to talk about a man's penis when he's not here to defend himself.
So now that the whole cast and all of us at home have visuals of the size of Gannis's cucumber, it is time to bring him virtually on set.
Are there any questions you would like to ask Gannis?
Yes.
And Mama Karen is like, yeah, hold up. Well, I project my 76-page PowerPoint into my mind and ask every question on this PowerPoint I've made that is projecting in my mind.
How many siblings do you have in your family? And how old is your sister? When you have had girlfriends in the past, has your sister gotten along with most of them?
And then Mama Karen is like, how are you going to fit my daughter into your life if you are a professional football player and you have a professional career?
You're grilling my partners,
Yeah,
and you're like
especially
really hard
when
on
they give
them.
me a reason, especially when they give the wrong answers.
Chantel tries her best to stop the runaway train that is Mama Karen that is about to fly this love connection off the rails. Then we yada yada yada. Gannis says he does want to visit Chantel one day, but he doesn't sound like super genuine about it. The cast is like, yeah, come visit. Yeah, get it on with Chantel. Then we get Chantel crying because they play a scene of her talking about Pedro, and she was crying in that scene. And she starts crying on stage, and she jumps up in her little ice skater outfit with sparkles and feathers everywhere and goes off stage. And our gold-wrapped Mama Karen shoots off right after her. Gannis is just like tapping out at this point. He's like, this is crazy. She's got a psycho mom. She's not over her ex-husband. This entire cast has been so unwelcoming to me. Maybe I should slow down with me and Chantel. Then bitter Veronica jumps right in to use this moment to have another scorned woman on the stage with her. She asks,
"So what do we do now? Because he just broke up with her, but she wasn't here."
So now it is time for a break. Chantel is off the hot seat, and up next is crazy kooky Natalie. And Josh walks out on stage and plants one right on Natalie.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hi.
Look beautiful.
Thank you.
And we quickly learn that baby-hungry, marriage-thirsty Natalie is still wasting her time with Josh because they still have sleepover parties together. And just because this is the same old story, they spice it up by bringing out Caesar, yes, Candy Panty Caesar, and Colty's mom, Debbie. There is no love lost between Josh and Debbie.
Debbie, would you like to say hello to Josh?
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Hi, Debbie.
Last season, Debbie came in hot and a little drunk with her new butterfly tattoo and hungry for blood, and Josh was her feast.
I need is there a mute button for this lady?
And Debbie still does not like Josh. She is coming in and she is slicing him up and dicing him and throwing him in the pan. And while she is at it, she might as well slice and dice up Natalie, because we find out kooky crazy Natalie is back with Josh and hooking up with this average unemotional F-boy. So how did these two link back up? Apparently Natalie got in a car accident, and instead of calling AAA, a tow truck, the police, an Uber, a lawyer, a hospital, she calls going nowhere dead end Josh. Then we just go straight into crushing all the delusions of Natalie, who thinks this is gonna go anywhere, because they ask,
Do you consider Natalie your girlfriend, Josh?
No, not right now.
what? Oh my gosh, no, I'm so surprised that Josh said what he said the last tell-all when he was on. They are not boyfriend and girlfriend. So now, finally, Miss Debbie from 1952 has finally found the perfect person for her ancient wisdom.
I wouldn't sleep with him if I were you, Natalie.
Then the whole cast dogpiles on Josh because it is revealed that Natalie still has never went to his house. And they might as well just cut the last tell-all and paste it right in here, because everyone is like, yo, Natalie, this guy is never gonna marry you.
He has feelings for you, but he's not gonna marry you.
Feelings for you in
Well, I mean, you would have introduced him to your daughter to your daughter by now.
So we are in another time machine back to last year's tell-all. It's all the same thing the cast is telling her. He is not going to marry you. If you have not met his kids, you have not been to his house, especially by this point, it is not happening, crazy cookie Natalie. Josh defends himself to the cast by saying he hasn't brought Natalie into his world because, spoiler alert, she is a raging, crazy, unhinged lunatic. Like, we all don't know. Like, Josh doesn't know, but she is a lunatic who has made her desires, wants, and needs for the future clear. And Josh at this point clearly is just exploiting it for that crazy, unhinged bedroom poo-tang and the bonus of getting airtime on national TV.
What our problems are? I want to hear.
You want to hear all of our problems?
And Josh is like, whoa, do you want to do this here on the tell-all set? Do you want me to air out your dirty laundry? Yes, we do. All of us do. All us viewers want to know what crazy Natalie says behind closed doors that doesn't match what she says in public.
Jealousy is a very big one. Jealousy is a very big one.
He's like, no surprise, she is crazy, unhinged, jealous. I take her to the nicest places I can find, and if a woman just looks at me, is ruined because she flies off the rail. Then Natalie, who said, yes, air out my dirty laundry, all of a sudden does not like the laundry that Joshua has hung on the line.
Josh, why would you say things like that?
Then the producers want to make sure that we send Natalie off the rails on TV, and they play a clip never seen before of Josh and his friends.
I'm helping her try to achieve her goals right now. That sounds more like a charity project than a relationship.
Yes, the whole conversation was about how Natalie is a charity case and she's some sort of little hobby tinker project and not a relationship. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is gonna be fun to see Natalie's reaction. Natalie, the prized, most smart, beautiful queen in all the universe, has been called a charity case.
Maybe for once, you should be open to, dating someone who's not a project. Someone, that's already finished. That would be great.
So then Josh's two friends who made these comments, who are no catch themselves, one has a really, really awful toupee on, and he is all like, toupee hair do not care, and he comes in hot. He's telling Mama Debbie she is too old and to stay out of it.
Well, like I just said, first off, the reason that there's a little bit of discrepancy, which I'm sure you're aware of because it looks like you've been around a while.
A lot of discrepancy.
Though Josh's two douchey dingbat friends have told no lies. Debbie needs to stay in her lane, and Natalie does need to get her act together if she wants a husband and babies like she says. While there's nothing wrong with Natalie's life, it does not match the goals that she says over and over and over that she wants. This next scene, Trish, Big Mike's mama, is sitting at home on her throne and loving this. Remember when everyone believed that Natalie was this poor, sweet, innocent girl being terrorized by Mike and his pig tchotchke-loving mom, Trish, and that she was going around secretly off camera calling Natalie a hooker out of earshot and no one could catch it.
Why your mom call me hooker?
No one called you hooker.
I mean,
no one called you.
She thinks I'm a hooker. She said, hooker to me.
She didn't.
Well, now this whole entire tell-all cast basically calls Natalie a hooker to her face. They all say this relationship appears to be a sugar baby, sugar daddy exchange, and that money is exchanged in hand for the boom boom time.
He gives you money and you have sex and you have nothing else. You don't have the house. You don't get to go to the house. You don't get to meet the kids. You just give the sex and get the dollars.
Once again, this cast is being a little extreme to the female in the relationship. Yes, I think Natalie loves to be spoiled. She likes luxury, and Josh can give her those moments of luxury, but I do not think he is leaving an envelope of cash on the nightstand after they hook up. And that is a wrap for this Single Life Tell-All Part 2, and let's send a special thank you out to Mama Karen for taking our hijacked tell-all set out of 1952 and back into 2024.